D Block. I told you when shit get out of hand, I'll come on here and fix it for you. Calm down. I got you. I got you. Tank. They love this kid. They love Tank Davis, man. They love him. They love the boy. I just gotta clear up some things though. You know. Tank, you said you called out 3 people. But you then said that you're retiring after 2 fights. So I didn't really understand that. So let's just clear up some things. Tank has more power than Shakur and Devin Haney. But this is boxing. This isn't power punching. This isn't most knockouts. This isn't, you know, trying to make it seem like one has an advantage over the other. They all got power, or they wouldn't keep their opponent at bay if they didn't. Probably not as hard as others, but they all got power. But Tank has the power. He has the power factor under him. As far as height, as far as reach, speed, Tank is quick as shit. Don't get it twisted. I think Tank's defense is up there too. But the reach and the height for Shakur and Devin Haney, I think it propels them to beat Tank. I think Tank loses. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Obviously, a fighter isn't going to like you saying another fighter can beat him, so we understand what happened with Blue Blood and Tank on that live. But you know, and did you see my man? Did you see Tank at the press conference? I'm ready. I got to shut a lot of people up. Like the man, I think the man, Blue Blood. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. But I think Blue got under his skin a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I think during that whole conference, he was just thinking about that argument. People think, how come they don't have Tank as their favorite fighter, as the best fighter, right? And it's pretty weird because you're like, I'm going to be king at 135. I'm going to be king at 135. And you had plenty of time to jump into the belt era to be the king. The king right now is Devin Haney. So if you want to be the king, you got to go defeat the king. We got I got Devin Haney beating Shakur Stevenson. People ain't saying nothing about that yet. I got Haney beating all these guys. I think Haney's the best. He's the next Floyd Mayweather. There's only one Floyd Mayweather. And I know a lot of you guys like to go off of pay-per-view buys and all that shit, but diehards, we got the eye test. We know who you haven't fought. We know who you did fight, So it's not so much pay-per-view buys when it comes to just we want to know who the best is. Now, as far as dealing with, I know, right? My little ones. As far as dealing with the pound-for-pound king, as far as dealing with Terence Crawford, Tank, listen, bro. Now, this is the thing. It's I just, nobody says this, so maybe y'all can say this because I can't have my subscribers going to left field and not knowing what the fuck's going on. But how come you didn't say nothing about Lomachenko? I know, don't resurrect the dead, But how come the dude that is calling you out, right? Terence Crawford ain't calling you out, and no disrespect. If you feel you can beat Terence, cool. But at least the guys who are calling you out, we haven't heard a response from. Remember, at the time, Floyd Mayweather, we believe, diehards, I can speak for all of us. If you a diehard, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. We believe that Floyd was protecting his piggy bank, pretty much, right? Fight these guys. Technically, who does Tank really have on his resume besides a phenomenal win against was it Pedraza? Phenomenal win against Leo Santa Cruz. But as far as names, as far as you defeated a champion, took their belt type shit, you don't really have nobody there. So I can understand why you calling out Terence Crawford. But, you know, I made a video a while back about you fighting Errol Spence, you know, doing all that clown and stuff, and then Errol Spence, you know, stepped up in your face and things got quiet. Things took a different turn at that point because, you know, Spence a clear clock. But with you calling out Terence, it kind of tells me that you got Spence beating Crawford, right? Prograis. I think, who does Prograis have? Does Prograis have Crawford beating Spence? There's a lot of them out there that just one way or the other, you know. I got Spence beating Crawford, and I got Crawford as pound for pound the best fighter in the world right now. Makes sense of that. Not to mention the man only got one belt, and he's the best in the world. But Crawford has paid his dues. Crawford has been ducked by greats. So Crawford has already been undisputed. Came right into the division, took a belt. Nobody wanted to come and take this belt from him. But, you know, I think Spence's inside game beats Crawford. That's my opinion. Crawford is still the best right now. With that being said, Tank, it's your video, homie. It's all for you. Tank, your fight coming up. Shine out. Shine crazy on January 7th. Go crazy. Go ham. Tank, you're not beating Terence Crawford, my G. Okay? We don't even know if you can beat Loma. No disrespect. But we saw with the Raleigh fight, people with hype give you some pause. They do. I was at the Raleigh fight. There wasn't really a lot of attacking from Tank. There wasn't really having Raleigh on his back foot. And that the thing, I think it went 6 rounds or 5 rounds. And not only was Tank backing up the majority of the fight, Tank also won the fight backing up. So you got to admit, as far as him fighting these tall dudes, all of them are taller than him, especially Crawford, you know, especially Crawford. Crawford's height, on the other hand, you saw when Crawford was at the press conference with Gamboa, and he was just looking down on him like, you think this short-ass motherfucker's going to beat me? I have a dude who's a beast in ball. I've been telling you guys for a while now, whoever wants to play basketball one-on-one, I got this white boy who will stomp you. We'll come. I'm in New York, so we'll come to wherever you guys are. Hit me up, man. Leave it in the comments. You know, $100 a game. If you can beat my boy, you win $100. If not, we got something to roll up on our way back from these victories. And the funny thing about him, though, is he's 6'1", right? Might be 6 foot, 6'1". And anybody I've seen, you know, his name is Wildebeest. I'm gonna put up some videos for him too. I've been slacking on the videos. I got some videos where he's doing some ball movements, some tricks for y'all, and just trying to school people. And just the fact of I've seen him play for years, and I've never in my life have seen somebody smaller than him beat him. Never. He knows right away, if you're smaller than he is, you're not going to win. It's crazy. So that's the look that I got when Crawford was looking at Gamboa. I'm pretty sure it'll be the same kind of look if somehow, some way, Tank does fight 3 fights. Since he called out 3 people. And maybe 4 since the 4th guy called him out, you know. But do you actually believe Tank can beat the pound-for-pound best? There's a reason why Crawford's the best. Crawford said it politely. I was waiting for Crawford to respond because I haven't heard him respond. He always responds, which is Crawford said there's levels to this. There's weight classes for a reason. Hey. It's sort of like giving you your warning before you jump into that pit, right? There's weight classes for a reason. A lot of people felt Canelo could beat Bivol and then go up and take on Usyk. Imagine little ass Canelo. Do you know how short 5'5" is or 5'6" is? 5'8"? These are some short ass dudes. You mean to tell me he was going to go up there and defeat someone who's 6'9", 6'6", 6'7"? That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm doing this video. No disrespect. Tank, probably 140 is your stomping ground as long as those two dudes, and I think you saw, even at the press conference, did you see Boots Ennis? Boots Ennis he was towering over Tank, right? Looked like he could spar Andrade if he wanted to, right? He campaigning at 147. You mean to tell me you're going to go to 147 and try to take on Crawford and just ignore Boots? Can't really do that. So, just so my subscribers don't get, confused, Tank Davis will get knocked the fuck out by Terence Crawford in under 6 rounds if the fight ever happens. And then the thing is, I don't want Tank to fight him, And I'm going to leave that for another video, but I don't really want Tank to fight Crawford, right? He's not your weight class. If you lose, Crawford doesn't really get any props for it. You do because you defeated Tank Davis, but there's no props. You're not going to get no props for it. I don't think Tank ever got a chance to spar Spence like he said he wanted to, because a lot of times when Tank talks, it seems like he's not a boss yet. You're not a boss, homie. No disrespect. There's a lot of us aren't bosses. I'm a king, as far as bosses are concerned. I'm a boss too, don't get it twisted. But as far as bosses are concerned, Tank, I lost a lot of, when it comes to interviews, when it comes to all access, whatever the fuck it is, I don't really pay attention to Tank that much, There's no point because it doesn't seem like you're in control yet. I believed you a bunch of times. One time you said, I'll be back in October. You weren't back in October. You said, I want this guy next. You didn't get that guy next. You didn't call back out Lomachenko after he called you out. You said, what you say? I want to fight again by the end of this year. You're not fighting at the end of this year. You're fighting the beginning of next year. So, and then the topping on the cake, that told me, Tank, you ain't in charge yet, was when you were asking all the fighters, oh, are you on the card? Are you on the card? Oh, you on the card too? Oh, we about to boogie. Are you on the card? Are you on the card? Like if you were the boss, you would know who's on the card. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like you're just as surprised as we are that all these dudes is on the card. And if it's your card, oh, I'm in control now. Oh, I'm the head honcho now. You are? You don't even know who's fighting, my G. So no, I know you say it. A lot of people want to believe you're short ass, but you're not a boss, man. You're not. And Crawford is a boss. And not only that, Crawford will beat the shit out you. No disrespect. I want the fight to get made somewhat because hey, you barking up the wrong tree. I think sometimes when I think about Floyd not letting you fight Loma, maybe he felt you were barking up the wrong tree too. And with Crawford, just leave that boy alone. Leave that boy alone. Crawford will eat your food, my G. Quick. Won't even be close. Seriously. He'll chase you the whole fight, and then he will stop you. He will stop you because he won't stop. He's way more accurate than Riley. He's smarter than Riley. He knows how to fight dudes who are fighting off their back foot. Crawford is the best for a reason. Tank needs to take notice. And y'all subscribers, man, don't, even the whole YouTube family, the whole LDBC, don't get fooled. I know you guys love Tank, man. I know it. I love Tank too, man. We love, in your lane, right? In your lane. Because then you also said, I'm going up to 140. You only went up there to fight one dude to, put that pay-per-view on. And then now I'm campaigning at 135. Well, the 135 champion is not, Garcia. It's Haney. I'm pretty sure you could have got that Haney fight. You could be fighting Haney on January 7th, but, I realize you're not what you say you are. You're not a boss, homie. It's no disrespect, man. Don't take it as disrespect. Learn from it. Learn, like, bro, I need to know everything. I need to know how much the gate makes. I need to know who's on the card, how much everybody's getting paid, right? Because that's how it is. That's what you're supposed to do. Floyd would go to the table and just pay out of his own pocket. I think he did this with Cotto. He said, Cotto, how much you make? Cotto was like, I made $7.5 million. $7 million, I think it was, on his highest fight. Floyd said, double it. Give him 15. Gave him 15 million, and Floyd took everything else after that. That's how you do it, right? You pay out. Like, all the fighters on your card, you pay their bill. And then you clean house by all the ticket sales, by everything. That's being a boss. But, if you learn anything from Floyd, that's what you should have learned, Tank. Not this, I'm fighting 3 more times, but I'm retiring after 2 fights. And why y'all mad? Because he's the best. It's like other fighters at 135 know that Devin Haney's the best. They say it. Teofimo Lopez said it. Cambosis says it. Shakur Stevenson, I believe, says it. They know Haney is the best at 135. It's not just the fact that they don't think they can beat him, but he has all the belts right now. He's the best. But Tank, you so stubborn, you won't even say Haney's the best right now. Come on. And he's the king of your division. So unless you're gonna do something about it, subscribers, Terence Crawford, let's see what happens. Don't believe everything you hear, especially from people who are not bosses. But Terence Crawford will mop the floor with Tank. I'll take any bets. It sounds good. You got a fight coming up. You're calling out other fighters and you have a fight coming up. It makes sense. You're trying to promote the fight. Okay, I understand. Boxing is not complicated. Don't make it complicated. You looking too far into it, right? It's not complicated. If someone's the best, they're the best. I had no problem with people calling Brady the best at the time Peyton started to step down. There's no disrespect. At one time, Peyton was the best. Right now, Haney's the best. Floyd was the best at one time. There's no disrespect. Jerry Rice was the best at one time. It is what it is. As far as my wide receivers are concerned, it's hard to find out who the best now is, right? Maybe Devontae Adams is the best right now, right? The best of all time? Of course, it's Jerry Rice. I put Peyton over Brady. I got arguments for that because Brady even said that Peyton is the best. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Go do your research. And then we all know the money man is the best of all time. But, hey, don't feed into that. If you guys want to hype it up, I'm down. I'm down. But I guarantee I'll be the first one at the casino. I'll post tickets and everything. Put the house on it. Terence Crawford will stop. Will KO, ref, wave it off, whatever you want to call it. Terence Crawford demolishes Tank Davis. D-Block, man. Y'all know I love this shit. I ain't been, hey, I'm busy. I got little ones. What do you want me to do, I'm going to start getting on here as more often as I can. Probably right after I get out of work, it might be easier. But, I'm always watching, man. Hit me up in the comments section whenever you guys want to go live. 78, what up? Blue Blood Sports TV, what up? Always showing love, man. Every time I type, and I don't have a wrench with either of these dudes, even though I've been here longer than a lot of these motherfuckers. But every time I type and send a comment, they always read my comment. I don't have to send a super chat or anything like that because real recognize real, man. Y'all know what the fuck it is. Y'all know if you a diehard, we understand each other, right? We understand. Let me know if y'all are still down for that Will the Beast challenge. I'm dead serious. My dude in basketball, eat your food. Just like Crawford eat the food of Tank. I just can't believe he actually called out Crawford. Who calls out Crawford, And And when does Crawford... I like how Crawford didn't pay it no mind, you know? Because if Crawford called out Tank, everybody would be up in arms. Why you picking on him? Why you picking on him, right? But if Tank calls out Crawford, it's not picking on him, right? It's crazy how boxing is sometimes. D-Block, man. And I'm out this bitch.